Morning. Trying something different here today.
Been looking in the shadow where the mystery was born. Been living beside you in the sun that keeps me warm. Footsteps like the ones who've gone and gone. I've been flying with eagles to the center of the storm. Late in the afternoon, twilight is down, reaching out, evening's on me. My heart explodes with joy, I can't feel the day. I have seen the light of a new day dawning. As below, see above. Take the shackles from my feet. The circle time. Speak to me. Grateful hours not to see you. Heart can fly. As I turn within to the emptiness erased, I'm lifted up by the hands that adore me. The whole wide universe is filled with peace and grace. The door of life is...
Take two.
I've been looking in the shadows where the mystery was born. I've been living with the statue in the sun that keeps me warm. I've been following the footsteps of the ones who've come and gone. I've been flying with eagles to the center of the storm. Late in the afternoon, twilight fills the sky, stretching out the evening's awning. My heart explodes with joy, I can't hear a baby cry. And I have seen the light of a new day dawning. As below, so above. Warrior of love. Take the shackles from my feet and the madness circle be complete. Like this moment out of time, make the earth and heaven speak to me. I have been deaf, dumb, and blind. Now every flower's gone to seed. With every dream my heart can find. As I turn within to the emptiness erased, I'm lifted up by the hands that adore me. The whole wide universe is filled with peace and grace. The door of life is opening before me. Give me the strength to trust. Like a warrior of love, on a silent hill where life and death collide, between the past and the present moment's glory. For every questing heart, the path is lit from inside, and all the rest of it, just your story, your story. You are alright, much more than enough. You're a warrior of love, warrior of love. Warrior of love.
There we go. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's done. Okay, boom. Okay, thank you, welcome. Just figuring all this out here with you. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so good morning, welcome to Morning Poems and Prayers for Wednesday. I'm doing the Zoom onto the Facebook, which allows me to do the screen share, which allows me to play video and have a bit of a classier look, I hope, here, rather than just the usual doing it on my phone. I'm still figuring out, that's why I'm looking back and forth. Why is my screen not the same as what I'm seeing here? Anyway, let's rock and roll, my friends. Great to be here with you. Thank you for taking the time to join me for this morning. I'll be here for an hour, and we will we'll do the poems and prayers. And we'll let peace prevail on this sweet earth of ours. We'll take our power back from the madness. Thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and put a hand to your heart. Close your eyes and let's take 3 deep breaths together. Here's the first breath. And hold. Stretching the spine, looking up through the third eye. Rebooting the body and mind. Let it go. Second deep breath. Stretching. Hold. 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 Let go. The longer the hold, the deeper the let go. That's the way it works. And third and final deep breath. And let it go. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, well, you get to see my how I do all this. We'll look behind the curtain, as we say. Prayer of the Miracle Worker. That is a good one, but that's not the one I want, is it? Here it is. My favorite, the Lord's Prayer from the Aramaic into the English. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration, soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity, that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with our desire. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth, power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, so here's my Zoom picture, which is not my page, and here is my page. There we go. Okay, groovy. I am my I am presence, and I am one with my Father, Mother, God. This is Patricia Coder-Robles. I am also one with the I am presence of every man, woman, and child on earth, the entire company of heaven, the angelic kingdom, the elemental kingdom, and Gaia, Mother Earth. I give heartfelt and sincere thanks for the sacred gift of my life. I ask my I am presence to consecrate every thought, word, feeling, and action which I express throughout this day with more love and more light for myself and my world. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Okay, I got it. Thank you. Okay. There it is. Bibbidi bobbidi boop. Lord, St. Francis, Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is sorrow, joy. Where there is darkness, light. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be patient in the presence of the trash man, and I'm lost. Aren't I just? For it is in giving that we receive. It is through forgiving that we are pardoned. As we are pardoned, so we are forgiven. And it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. There we go. Yes. If you can sing an opera in a snowstorm, you're ready for this job. Thank you, God. Okay. Brilliant. All right. Get in the picture. Well, welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. Can I do a 5-step prayer? Sure, why not? Father, Mother, God, indwelling Holy Presence, Lord God Almighty, great and perfect Spirit of love and light, we give thanks for this day and all the opportunities to heal, to grow, to bless, to forgive, to give, to share, to inspire, to uplift, to communicate, to empower, to understand, to be that inspiration. Father, Mother, God, for each of us, for all of us, in your name and in your nature, we know it is done. Father, Mother, God, we call forth peace. Peace be still. My peace I give you, the peace that passes understanding. It takes great courage and great willingness and great humility and great integrity to look at madness and call forth sanity. And we are doing that here and now, in your name and nature, Father, Mother, God. We know that pain and fear and sickness and death is passing. And we know that love and truth and light and life and healing is rising. Therefore, we say, use us this day for your divine and joyous purpose, that we may be an instrument of your good, beauty, and truth, of your goodness, beauty, and truth. Help us to bring peace to our world, Father, Mother, God, especially Iran and Israel, especially everyone affected by the wars of this time. Help us not to be at war with ourselves or each other, but to know truly that all is well and all will be well, and that life is eternal, and that love conquers us all. For this and more than words will ever express, we remain thankful and grateful, committed, determined, devoted. We let it be, it is so, in your name. And together we say, and so it is. I am that I am. Amen. Aho Mitakwe Asen. Well, there we go. Thank you for your patience while I navigate all these ups and downs here. I'm looking at, as you are not at the moment. We can change that. I'm looking at the glyph for today. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. One more time. Sorry. We go like this. We go like this. We go like this. And it is from the Mayan calendar, looking at blue storm is the wave spell right now. There it is. And now we're getting there. And blue storm are the energies, the 13-day period of the 13-moon lunar Mayan Zolkin ancient calendar. Self-generation, catalyze, and energy. And today is boom, 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 my friends. White galactic world bridger. And if that weren't enough, we just had an X-class solar flare about 7 hours ago. The energies of this glyph are harmonize, yes please, model, integrity, hello, death, okay, equalize and opportunity. And it goes like this. White galactic world bridger. I harmonize in order to equalize, modeling opportunity. I seal the store of death with the galactic tone of integrity. I'm guided by the power of heart. Give thanks. We let it be. It is so. And so it is. Okay, I'm going to play this thing today. How am I doing on time? Yeah. Let's just dive straight into Patricia. I think that's about right. So.
Hi, precious heart. Thank you for joining us for our weekly vlog. June has already been a very powerful month, and on Friday, June 20th, we will experience an exceptionally powerful solstice that is going to affect all of us in very positive ways. The company of heaven is encouraging us to take full advantage of that influx of light by assisting them in awakening the inner knowing of the oneness of all life within the divinity of every person's heart flame. The unique awakening is taking place exponentially on this planet, and as we do this powerful activity of light, sharing this information through the realms of divine truth with every heart flame It will assist the newly awakened souls to quickly remember the profound truth of the oneness of all life. So please join with me now for this opportunity. The Company of Heaven has told us that this year of unique awakening and manifestation is succeeding beyond even the expectations of the heavenly realms. With the unprecedented influx of powerful new solar light codes we are being blessed with, and the myriad activities of light people around the world have been co-creating so far in 2025, millions of people who were on the verge of awakening have now fully awakened. We are also being told that millions of people who are still asleep are destined to complete this awesome shift of consciousness during the remaining events that will be co-created through the unified efforts of heaven and earth in 2025. The Company of Heaven is asking us to flood the mental and emotional strata of Mother Earth with tangible information that will support this unique awakening and remind these precious souls of the profound truth that we are one with all life and that love is all there is. This truth often seems mind-boggling to people when they first hear it. For this reason, we are being asked to share very practical information on this subject that is being reiterated at this time by the Company of Heaven for newly awakened humanity. Even if you have had this knowing for a very long time, by adding your light as you listen to these words, you will exponentially benefit those who are uniquely awakening. And we begin. The light of God is increasing on earth. This is due to myriad activities of light that have been co-created through the unified efforts of embodied lightworkers and the Company of Heaven. This influx of light is causing an awakening to take place within the hearts and minds of people everywhere. These awakening souls are beginning to ask the questions, who am I? Why am I here? In response to this heartfelt inquiry, the beings of light in the realms of illumined truth have been given permission by our Father, Mother God to collaborate with us in new and far more tangible ways. This unprecedented divine intervention is flooding the mental and emotional strata of Earth with sacred knowledge designed to assist humanity during these glorious but very difficult times. The divine intent of this assistance from on high is to provide the divine wisdom and the necessary tools that will help every person on the planet to discover the answers they are seeking. Our I Am presences have guided us through the learning experiences we needed in this lifetime to fulfill our divine plans. Our beliefs are sacred, and we are all in our right and perfect place. The information pouring forth from the heavenly realms is not intended to dispute our present belief systems or to tell us that what we believe is wrong. It is being given at this time to enhance what we already know and to give us greater clarity, understanding, and encouragement. As we allow this truth to resonate in our heart of hearts, the distortions in our belief systems that are preventing us from reaching our highest potential will be exposed. When this occurs, we will be able to recognize viable solutions to the maladies existing in our individual lives and on the planet. The words, "We are one," have reverberated through the hearts and minds of humanity in one form or another since the beginning of time. As we observe the events taking place all over the world, we begin to understand more than ever before that these words are not just a lofty platitude or a sweet cliche, even though our human egos have often perceived them as such. The words, "We are one," proclaim a profound truth. From the time we were first breathed into manifestation as individualized children of God, it has never been more imperative that we grasp the full magnitude of this profound truth. Daily and hourly, we witness myriad atrocities appearing on the screen of life. It seems as though in every conceivable corner of the world, people are inflicting pain, suffering, injustice, and even death on their fellow human beings. The only way that behavior could possibly make sense or be justified in anyone's mind is through their ignorance of the reality that we are all one. To inflict harm on another human being is totally and completely ludicrous in the face of that profound truth. It is self-destructive and suicidal. It is unconscionable and uncivilized to harm any part of life. During the unprecedented influx of life that is taking place on Earth at this time, our problems seem as though they are being exacerbated. This is occurring for a very specific reason. Let's look at the bigger picture for a moment so that we can get a clearer perspective of what is actually happening on the planet. Once again, as the divinity pulsating within your heart flame, which is your I Am presence, takes full dominion of your conscious mind, allow these words to awaken within you the inner knowing and the remembrance of who you are and your oneness with all life. When this truth awakens within your heart flame, you will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are not the fragmented, fear-based aspect of your personality known as the human ego. You are an empowered and deeply loved child of God. In truth, you are a magnificent, multifaceted, multidimensional reflection of our Father, Mother God. And all that our beloved godparents have is yours. You are a radiant sun expressing all of the various frequencies of divinity pulsating in the causal body of God. You are a god or goddess participating in the greatest leap in consciousness ever experienced in any system of worlds. You are a powerful instrument of God, and together with lightworkers all over the world, you are co-creating a new octave of godhood. Your light is now expanding the infinite body of God without measure, and you are lifting every particle of life ever breathed forth from the core of creation into the dawn of a new cosmic day. You may not realize this truth just yet, but you are a wondrous gift to this planet. All life evolving here is blessed by your presence. Now, from this level of understanding, let us proceed. What we call God is the omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, and all-encompassing luminous presence of divinity that envelops all life everywhere. This includes every minute electron, atom, and subatomic particle and wave of life evolving in any time frame or dimension, known or unknown, throughout infinity. God is all that is. What that means, both literally and tangibly, is that everything that exists anywhere in the whole of creation is a cell in the body of God. Knowing that, we can then understand that all life forms live, move, breathe, and have their very existence in the body of God. Therefore, what affects one part of life affects all life. What affects one cell in the body of God has an effect on all of the cells. This means that quite literally, all life is interrelated, interconnected, and interdependent. This is the reality of our oneness. Every single thing we do affects the whole body of God. Every thought, word, action, or feeling we have changes the dynamics of the entire universe. There is no such thing as neutral energy. At any given moment, depending on our frame of mind and our emotional state, we are either adding to the light of the world or adding to the shadows. How is that for an awesome responsibility? So why do things seem to be getting worse day by day? Because the light of God is increasing on earth. It is very important for us to really understand this phenomenon so that we will be able to see the bigger picture and not allow ourselves to be overwhelmed with feelings of fear or hopelessness when we observe the painful events being pushed to the surface on this planet. As the light of God flows into the physical plane through humanity's newly awakened hearts and minds, it pierces into the core of purity in every atomic and subatomic particle and wave of life evolving on Earth. As the light penetrates into the core of purity in every electron of life, it activates the immaculate concept that is encoded there. The immaculate concept for any of God's creations is the blueprint for that expression of life's full divine potential. The activation of the immaculate concept is happening within all life on this planet at this time. This is true whether we are talking about a person, a place, a condition, or a thing, or whether we are referring to the human kingdom, the elemental kingdom, or the angelic kingdom. No matter how distorted or mutated a life form seems to be, within its core of purity, the immaculate concept of its original divine potential still exists. Without the core of purity, no life form can survive. In other words, even within the most depraved or degenerate soul, there still blazes a spark of divinity in their heart flame with all of its divine potential. Otherwise, that soul could not exist. This is a vitally important point for us to comprehend. Once we really grasp this truth, it will change the way we look at life and how we feel about people in general. We are all one. Every facet of life in the whole of creation pulsates in the body of our Father, Mother, God, all that is. Consequently, every thought, word, action, or feeling we express is either adding to the light of the world or the shadows. This means there is no such thing as us and them. We are all in this together. We need to stop looking at life through the eyes of separation and fear. Instead, we need to recognize our oneness and take action from that perspective. Within the core of purity, in every human miscreation, the original divine potential of that energy still exists. Within every electron of poverty still pulsates the potential of God's limitless abundance. Within every electron of disease still pulsates the potential of vibrant health. Within every electron of war still pulsates the potential of eternal peace. Within every electron of hate still pulsates the potential of divine love. What is happening on the planet now is that the light of God is flowing into the earth at an accelerated pace through the heart flames of awakening humanity. His influx of light is activating the immaculate concept of the original divine potential within everything that conflicts with the light. This phenomenon is pushing every frequency of energy, vibration, and consciousness that conflicts with our divine potential to the surface to be transmuted and healed. The reason things look so dire at this time is because it is very easy for us to witness the negativity being pushed to the surface all over the world. But we cannot as easily see the incredible light of God that is pushing that misqualified energy to the surface. Therefore, from our limited perspective, it looks like things are getting worse. But that is an illusion, and nothing could be farther from the truth. It is certainly not the intent of our Father, Mother, God for the increased influx of light to take us down the tubes. In fact, if there was even the slightest potential of that happening, the present level of cleansing would not be occurring. All of us have been preparing for eons of time to assist during this unique moment on Earth. Our responsibility as light workers is to daily and hourly use our creative faculties of thought and feeling to add to the light of the world. With every thought, word, action, or feeling we express, we can ask ourselves, in this moment, am I adding to the light of the world or the shadows? If we are not adding to the light of the world, we can ask ourselves, how can I change the way I am thinking, feeling, or acting in this situation in order to add to the light of the world instead of the shadows? How can I react to or solve this problem in a loving, positive way? By quieting ourselves, taking a deep breath, and asking our I Am Presence for guidance, we will begin to perceive other loving ways to respond. Then we can go into action and deliberately do what is necessary to improve the way we are handling the situation. We do not have control over the things that are happening in our lives or the planet, but we do have absolute control over how we choose to respond to them. Once we have mastered this ability, which is actually not too difficult with consistent practice, we can share what we have learned with our families, our loved ones, and people in our spheres of influence. This does not mean judging people or getting on our soapbox or preaching to them. It means giving people a drink from our cup of knowledge once they have indicated in some way that they are ready to receive it. The effects of our experiences and our sharing will be exponential. Step by step, we will educate the masses of humanity and help people remember the oneness of all life. Through this process, people will learn that when we hate anyone, it is the same as hating ourselves. When we are prejudiced or discriminate against anyone because of the color of their skin, religion, nationality, culture, gender, lifestyle, economic or social status. It is the same as hating ourselves. Precious heart, please contemplate this sharing and feel the truth resonating as a profound knowing within the divinity of your heart flame. I wish you infinite love, and I look forward to being with you next week.
Okay, there it is, my friends. Thank you. Take a deep breath into that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Patricia. Well, did you get the message? Are you getting the message? Is the message coming through? Yes. We've got a little bit of time here. Let's just put some more wisdom behind all of that. In the days ahead, there will be many conflicting ideas and ways. This is Eileen Caddy. You'll be tested up to the hilt, and you'll be thrown on your own. Do not try to clutch at every straw that passes by you. Simply seek within. Draw your strength from me, and go your way in peace. All doubts and fears will flee from you, and you will stand firm and steady as a rock. In that inner knowing, it will matter not how the wind and storms may rage from without, for you will remain completely unaffected. I need you strong and of good courage, knowing the truth from within, which no one can take from you. Be not sucked into the whirlpool of conflict and distress that is in the world at this time, but find that haven of peace within and know me, for I am your anchor. I am your haven. Let my peace and love infill and enfold you. Take a deep breath. Abraham, it is not necessary for you to exacerbate your contrast with struggle in order to get into a higher place. It is not necessary to suffer in order to give birth to desire. But when you have suffered and you have given birth to desire, so what? You've got a desire. Turn your attention to the desire. Think about where you're going and never mind where you've been. Don't spend any more time justifying any of that stuff. And here's our poet in residence, Brother Gathima Roba, previously of a goat herder in Kenya, now a librarian in Minnesota, I believe, and doing such great work for all of us. He talks about this today on love. So much has been said about love. I hear people saying that they cannot afford to love anymore because their heart is broken by someone they trust the most. This is not the kind of love I want to talk about. The question is, have you ever been in love? Are you capable of loving? Instead of saying, how can I love someone? It is more liberating to ask if you can be love and flow like a river. Love is beyond physiological or biological needs. It is not simply having a physical connection with certain people in your life. It is an inward dimension. To love is to be real. It is to be free. To love means yourself, means to recognize yourself in everything. Love is the aroma of our being. It is the energy that animates the world. To love means to come to a place where you can remember what is truly sacred. Take a deep breath. New one here from Teresa Ludenager. I just have the video, I don't have the comment. Okay. Let's go with the course for today. Lesson 333. Forgiveness ends the dream of conflict here. Conflict must be resolved. It cannot be evaded, set aside, denied, disguised, seen somewhere else, called by another name, or hidden by deceit of any kind, if it would be escaped. It must be seen exactly as it is, where it is thought to be, in the reality which has been given it, and with the purpose that the mind accorded it. For only then are its defenses lifted, and the truth can shine upon it as it disappears. And the prayer. Father, forgiveness is the light you chose to shine away all conflict and all doubt, and light the way for our return to you. No light but this can end our evil dream. No light but this can save the world. For this alone will never fail in anything, being your gift to your beloved Son. Take a deep breath. And I'm delighted I can show you something here on Zoom. This is our wonderful artist, Patricia Fitzgerald, and it's her beautiful piece. Healing Creations is the name of her website. Let me read what she says about it here. Mary, the goddess of protection. I have so enjoyed creating this painting inspired by a recent visit to the Evie Hone and Main Gellett exhibition at the National Gallery of Ireland. Evie Hone had her studio in Marlay Park, Craft Courtyard from 1930 until 1945. Both artists were very much inspired by the divine feminine, and Mary in particular. I personally love working with the energy of Mother Mary, an archetypal mother energy that is found in practically every faith. Other earlier incarnations of the protective mother archetype you may be familiar with are Isis, Ishtar, Diana, and Artemis. The mother archetype always aims to protect and care for the object of her affection, whether that be another, a group of people, a place, an inanimate object, or an idea. A mother is, at their most basic, a giver of life. She is the creative force. When in right balance, she protects that life brought forth with unconditional love and sees it grow and lets go when the time is right. The mother nurtures not just the child, but anyone with whom she feels that mother-child bond. In a way, Mary's ability to transcend her origins is what makes her so fascinating. She is not just the mother of Jesus, or Yeshua, or Isa. She is a reflection of the countless cultures, myths, and traditions that shaped her image. And in a world that often feels fractured and disconnected, maybe that's the real miracle. She is a universal archetypal energy we can all call on for protection and comfort. And then she goes into talking about the painting and the cost and all that. DM me if you would like to give her a forever home. Absolutely beautiful. Patricia, bless you. So I was on last night for about an hour doing the Zoom live here, which I'm doing this morning, and for peace. And I'm on every night, 7 p.m. for peace, except tonight I'm on with Addie Lambourne, and we're doing a meditation with Addie and her group instead. So you can see my recordings of the last 2 nights. They're both working with Oren's meditation, Spirit of Peace, which is brilliant. It's a half an hour, and last night I also shared my friend Tracy O'Connor's meditation about peace and chaos. And then I was invited on, but my one overran it. Our friends Honey Borden and Michael Abramson. Michael, the man who stopped the hurricane, Abramson, And that was a lovely group. I haven't watched the whole thing. I was on for about 20 minutes with them after the top of the hour after I got on. And they're wonderful, wonderful teachers doing great work, and really loving them and grateful for them. Todd Medina says, I choose not to participate in the collective fear. Instead, I will send peace and healing energy to all. And I think, my friends, we'll leave it there for the moment. How do I do this? I stop that. Yes, I think that's right. We'll see. Yeah. So thank you for being here. You know, I just want to say that this is an extraordinary time. We all need to pay attention and ask for whatever it is we need, because we literally are on the front lines in many, many, many ways. And we can hear these ideas and these truths over and over again. But when we finally open our hearts and let them be real, and let this loving message from Patricia and all our teachers be more real than the drama and the chaos and the anger and rage and hatred and dishonesty and corruption of the world, when we let that be less important than attaining, sustaining, and maintaining our peace, then you've got something. Then you can bring something to the party. Then you can share something with your friends and family. And it's really, truly, I say again, such a joy and honor to be able to do this work here with you. I will put a PayPal link. I will invite you to make a donation. I will tell you I'm completely serious about all of that. And I don't know what it takes to get people to donate to what I do at this point. But I need to ask you for that, and I need to thank you in advance and bless you on your path and your journey. If you've made it this far through the conversation here today, this is me. This is what I do, and this is what I'm inspired to do. I'm sure you're doing a lot in your life as well. And if I can love and support you in any way, please let me know. Peace and blessings. Have a magical, miraculous day. Namaste. Peace.